Hey YouTube, JW. Another edition of Retro Knives for you here today. And what I'm going to look at here today is a couple SOG knives. Stands for Special Operations Group. I think most of you know the history of SOG. They started making tactical knives, and what I want to focus on is more of their recent knives. I want to just mention my SOG Flash Tonto with the camo handles, fiberglass reinforced handles that I have been carrying for gonna be 4 years now. I believe this knife is AUS 6 or AUS 8 stainless steel, Japanese steel, and it works fine. I found that the Tonto tip is maybe not the best for utility tasks, but nevertheless, I've been carrying it for 4 years, and I've done a lot of chores and tasks with this knife, and I've never had a problem. And it fits my hands and is very ergonomic, and it's got very low ride pocket clip. And this knife has been a lot of places with me. That brings me to this knife, which is a little bit older. This was probably, I don't know if they still have the camo handles in this knife or not. I don't see them around too often. I mean, I know that you can see this is the old style SOG with the button here. They've got like an Axis lock looking type button now on the flag. This would be the Flash 2s. This is sold under the Flash. I guess this is an original Flash. This here is just says SOG Specialty Knives. I picked this up. You got a really good price on it. And just this morning I seen a knife that's exactly like this. Might have been in a little bit better shape, which, as you can see, this knife really isn't in bad shape, but it was bid up to $60. And the reason why is because, number one, well, it's a really good knife. It's rock solid. It's Japanese steel. And that just goes to what a lot of videos that I make is, this was made in Seki, Japan. And, you know, Spyderco, SOG, Browning, Western, the list goes on and on, Parker, Frost. All of those guys had knives that were made in Japan back in the 90s, 80s, 90s. And those knives are very good. Old steel is very valuable. This is a full serrated blade. If you remember back in the 90s, there was a trend where they started going to these full serrated blades like this. And a lot of you probably remember the SOG Tomcat, which are very valuable now. There's a mint Tomcat on there with the box for $400. So whether he'll get that or not, I don't know, but I bet you he could get $300 for it. This is a really nice knife. This is probably more their budget version. Kind of a center lock. One thumb stud. As you can see, they started going to the thumb studs early. Just feels like a fiberglass reinforced handle. But this knife is a good knife, but it's not made as good as this knife. The steel on this knife is much better, I would think. I think the older the steel, from my experiences, now if you get into the new super steels on knives, then you're talking about something different. But basically what I'm saying is, a $30, $40 knife like what this is, compared to what a $30 or $40 knife used to be, I'll take the old knife all day long. They're better quality. In cheaper knives, now like I said, you get up into the higher grade knives, you know, that's fine. You get what you pay for. But I really have a thing for the Japanese made vintage knives. They're really good. And there's a long period of time really where they made them. And this is a pretty cool little knife. I bought it initially for resale because I got such a good price on it, and I thought, man, this is, you know, and then I see what they're going for, but I think I'm going to keep it. I like it. It's a nice thin little knife. I don't really carry a knife that doesn't have a pocket clip, but you could slip this in your pocket really easily somewhere, and it would make a really good EDC blade. So anyway, that is SOG Seki Japan. It's by far not their best example from that era. I'd say the SOG Winder or the Tomcat would probably be that, but you get the idea here. And that has been another edition of Classic Retro Knives. I appreciate you watching. Appreciate your subs, your views, your pluses on Google Plus, and everything else. Thanks for watching.